Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the FMRA Grand Stock Race. We just had the Dash Championship race yesterday. Joey Hayes able to pull out the victory, but not the championship. The championship. Ooh, Billy
Oh,
Ray Dog runs hard into that. The championship belongs to Caden Gamble, Gamble Motorsports, the Dash Series. Congratulations. Now we get down and dirty to see who's going to be the champion in the Grand Stock Series with, I believe, 4 races to go.
yeah, it's getting down. It's getting down to the nitty gritty time to pull it out if you are going to win it. Trying to see what you got.
And the same thing we've seen in the Dash Series after a much better practice. We're seeing here tonight. Horrible, horrible go of it. Let's see if they can try again. Caden Gamble got a lap in. Joey Hayes out there, Chronic's high. Alright, we're starting to see lap times, Josh.
All right, that's good.
Why are people having such a hard time with that exit there, Josh?
They might be just too narrow of a gap or too narrow of an exit, and they're misjudging it and hitting that barrel.
It is one where you kind of have to get up and go as you're coming out.
You also have to worry about oncoming traffic.
Alright, well, only some people qualified. That's not going to be good for them. All right, sitting on the pole, we got another one of Joseph Robinson. Sitting next to him is the 22 of Caden Gamble. Then next row back at the 17 of Chronic's High with G.A.M.E. Then we got Chris Chaos 007 with the 420 of Zane High. Then we got the 93 of Chris Gamble with the 99 of Chris Michaels. Then we got the 57 of Bruno with the 43 of Blaze. Then we got the 18 of Austin Kiesler with the 7 of Christian Gunn. Then we got the 56 of Mikey Henderson with the 21 of Joey Hayes. Then we got the 88 of Brett Rightnear with the 8 of Brett Aldridge. Then we got the 001 of Mike Storm with the 74 of Barry Stern Parts Jr. Then we got the 98 of Brad Miller with the 17 of Sophie Raydog. Then we got the 002 of Brandon Cook with the 01 of Dylan Wagner. Then we got the 00 of, the 60 of Summer Rain. I don't know why. 000 of Jackson Beauregard. And then the 6 of Ryan Chess. Then we got the 15 of Triple C with the 611 of Corey Gamble. We got the 387 of Trey Fanta with the 00 of Billy Ray Dog. Then we have the 3 of Tyler Ferguson with the 59 of Christopher Rich. Then we got the 65 of Taylor Berger, the 5 of Aaron Aldridge, and the 97 of Jay Fatal, Josh.
Interesting layout, interesting field we got today, and got a lot of good drivers starting in the back. A lot of surprises. That's what happens when qualifying was chaotic as it was.
Stuff happens for sure, but here we are, and we're in the moment. You got Lee Dark, you got Josh Aldridge, and we are excited to bring you 100 laps here at Lanier National Speedway. Josh, is this one gonna be on the schedule next year?
Probably not. I've already hearing drivers complain. Officials are clamoring to see what could be done. It's shaping up to be a one and done.
Definitely, probably will be. as we're getting ready, guys, to bring green flag racing here. I hear the FMRA is really happy with the Grand Stock Series as a total with the cars and everything. I don't know how much will be changing going into the next season, except for a points change, just kind of like the Dash Series, where pole position plus 1 through 3 will get you extra points in those finishes, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, just a little something to go for, a little something extra, and hopefully it will add a little bit more excitement on the track.
It'll definitely help them guys who may not finish the best at all tracks, but they are able to pull out a win or a top 3 finish here or there.
Yes.
What are we going to do about G.A.M.E next season, Josh?
What can we do?
I think if someone is able to beat G.A.M.E, they're going to have to get some kind of a reward.
Yeah, they are. I mean, maybe put a bounty out on them, I guess, kind of like some of the short track Saturday night shootouts used to do when a driver would dominate so much that they would put a bounty out on him, and if you're able to beat him, you get the prize.
Yeah, you're definitely going to have to talk with the officials. I know you're on the board, I'm not. This is my job. I'm an announcer. But you definitely should talk to him about it. I mean, he dominated this season.
He has.
I mean, here he is right now, sitting second in the Grand Stock Series. He's only been in the Grand Stock Series for a little time. He pulled Cat as a sponsor. I didn't see that coming.
No, he did some wheeling and dealing off the track, and it's paying off. It's paying dividends for him here, and yeah, he's shocked and amazed us with every move he's made.
He definitely was a great pick for G.A.M.E Motorsports. Another big change is so drivers would make a percentage of winnings. Is kind of how things would go, Josh. And that's changed in the FMRA starting next season. Do you want to get into that at all?
Not at the moment. I'm shuffling through my notes right here. I also want to, while I'm thinking about it, bring up that we did have to sit out to find a Christian Gunn of G.A.M.E Motorsports. We find his team, $100,000 for his accidents last week in practice. I needed to get that out of the way before we drop the green flag here.
Well, that is treacherous for that team. $100,000. That's really close to what the new minimum per talent or per driver is to pay here in the Grand Stock Series. I believe it's $150,000, and here we go. Joseph Robinson, G.A.M.E. Brainbuster Motorsports has got a good start here to this race.
Good clean start.
Caden Gamble able to hold in on that outside, a little different than what we've seen in the Dash Series. These are different cars. Joseph Robinson starting to pull away, though. G.A.M.E trying to hold on. He got the 22, Caden Gamble. Right behind him, Chris Chaos in the 007. But here comes Chris Gamble, Chronix High, Bruno trying to make their way forward. Bruno is in points battle with his boss, Christopher Rich, Josh.
Always battling. Yeah, and you got to wonder, are they going to race each other like competitors, or is he going to race him like his boss?
G.A.M.E finally able to get around Caden, and he's going to get out in front, start to make some time. on his boss, Joseph Robinson, who's pulled away here. Let's check up on the back of the pack, which is where Christopher Rich is currently, with Billy Ray Dog. Triple C, last week's winner, beat the whole field by a lap, which was a horrible road course. I actually don't want to kind of talk about it. We got the 000 of Jackson Beauregard, Aaron Aldridge back here as well. Guys clanging and banging. Tyler having a lot of issues with that 3 team. You know, it's brought up his issues, but I guess what we don't get into much is why he's having those issues. That's a brand new team. He gave his team that he had worked on and set up to the 21 team, left that alone, and he started the 3 team all on his own inside of Ferguson Motorsports. So new crew chief, new team, new pit crew, new everything for that 3 car.
Yeah.
And I think we don't bring that up enough, Josh.
I mean, we certainly don't, but I mean, it was like he was starting from scratch all over again. So there's definitely going to be some kinks that they need to work out.
Right now, a team that was having a lot of problems. Joseph Robinson pulling away in first. You got JMR in second. Caden Gamble holding on to third. Chris Chaos is falling back to fourth. Bruno to fifth. Austin Kiesler there, sixth. Mikey Henderson, seventh. Brett Rynier, eighth. Chris Gamble, ninth, as he's falling back there. And Mike Storm on his inside. Josh, right now, you know, you're 14 laps in, 100 laps to go. There might be a pit stop. We don't know. Fuel has been a question in this series. It seems like every time we think we get it figured out, the stats change.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it has left us scratching our head. You know, we're baffled.
These guys doing really well at this track. I kind of wasn't expecting this.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of side-by-side action on throughout the pack here, as we can see as he's coming up on lap traffic, but it's been a clean race.
Looks like Dylan and Sophie Raydog there at the back of the pack. Triple C with them as well. You know, Triple C got that rest in peace Jimmy car into victory lane at probably one of the worst races we've ever experienced here at the FMRA. But nonetheless, victory lane was still packed with emotion. It was a heck of a time. Fat Money Incorporated paid for the car that Triple C was driving. It is now at Fat Money HQ. I mean, there was a lot of big things that happened that night.
It was a lot. Yeah, as you said, it was a very emotional race. I don't think there was a dry eye in victory lane. You know, I even teared up as we was calling that race as he was crossing the finish line. There we go.
Joseph Robinson right now, he had a chance at victory lane at that last race, but it just didn't come through for him. But here he is, first place. JMR started to get up to his inside, backed off. Definitely a smart move for JMR there.
Yeah, he needs to see how he's able to maneuver through this traffic, and then he can get another game plan, another strategy. And, you know, this lap traffic that he's coming up on, they tend to race the leader a lot harder than they would the guy in second place. They're trying to stay on the lead lap, but once they get past, there's no point in fighting, you know, the guy in second.
You know, Brainbuster Motorsports, they've had some issues this season, starting to pull it around as you're starting to see them up front more and more. They had Jarl for a while. Jarl seemed to really click, but I don't know, he just disappeared. And from there, they kind of struggled again. But now, I mean, you see they're running 1 and 2. The rest of the pack's starting to catch Caden and Chris Chaos. But I think the thing I'm trying to say here is they're a 2-car team. A lot of other teams have a lot more cars, a lot more data to go off of. Josh, what is the difference between a 2-car team compared, well, like Brainbuster Motorsports compared to Aldridge Racing, for example?
Well, money. At the end of the day, you know, and their sources, you know, I mean, a 4-car team versus a 2-car team. The 4-car team is going to have more access to the resources that they need to perform better, and sadly, they're going to have more money than a 2-car team, and it's just at the end of the day, sources and money.
Well, right now, Joseph Robinson is having a little trouble in this dirty air to get up and pass. He's had a couple times now that I've seen where he could have maybe moved forward, but that 69 Pontiac just not able to do so, Josh.
Yeah, that dirty air has made a huge difference, but...
And G.A.M.E. gonna take the lead.
Wow, okay. He changed his plan. He got a new game plan, and it paid off dividends for him here as he's taking the lead. Look at that.
Joseph Robinson falls back to defensive here. Nope, he's going to try to stick it on the inside. We got things happening here. Oh, shit.
Oh, a slight bobble.
And right now, G.A.M.E. is still your leader. Joseph Robinson making it up. I think the big thing, Josh, is... Oh, look at that. He's trying to make it up through there. I think the big thing is, stay calm, but just keep together here. I'm guessing Joseph is probably communicating with G.A.M.E. here. Like, hey, we got the pack. It doesn't matter who's in the lead as long as it's me or you. But if we can hold side by side, like, no one can pass us.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to get a game plan for what works best for the team. That's for sure.
G.A.M.E. starting to move forward, though. Caden Gamble going to push. And this could get him up and around.
Oh.
D-Boy trying to fight back on that outside line. The rest of the pack is starting to catch. And this could smell trouble for the 69, who is starting to fall back. G.A.M.E. gets past Dylan, and that's one down. What do you think we're seeing here, Josh?
We are seeing a lot of side-by-side racing, a lot of lap traffic trying to jockey for position, and we're just seeing racing all over the track.
These are the races we live for, where everybody is close, and not a lot of cautions, not a lot of wrecks. We enjoy seeing some laps being laid down.
We do. I mean, we're approaching halfway already, and it's been nothing but action packed from the drop of the green flag.
Joseph Robinson making his way around the 01 of Dylan Wagner's not on the lead lap now, which is going to put Brainbuster Motorsports back first and second with a car between the rest of the pack, Josh. But now, Josh, they got more problems. They got more cars, and Dylan's starting to make a comeback, but then Caden Gamble is not letting up.
No, he is not.
G.A.M.E. is trying to find a way around Sophie Raydog and Joey Hayes, but so far been unable to do so. We're 46 laps in to this 100-lap race. Pontiac, we know one thing about Pontiac. They have found a fuel secret, I guess. they can push the fuel game. We've seen this when Pontiac first came into the FMRA. They know how to stretch fuel, Josh.
Yeah, they do. I mean, I heard some folks in the garage area joking, saying that they keep extra fuel in the roll cage. Now, we have looked into that, and that is a false claim. He was joking, but still something. Oh, they touched!
JMR's starting to get tired. Austin Kiesler has made his way up and around Caden Gamble and Joseph Robinson. He is pushing his way to the front.
It is time to go. Pit stops are being made. Pit stops are being made. It's go time.
52, about halfway. Now, I got a question for you, Josh. Pitting at a track like this, it's going to put you a couple laps down. Depending on where you pit, could that really screw you up? Like, if you go too long, could you really screw yourself?
If you have a bad pit stop, it's the end of your day. 3 seconds could be catastrophic here. Even 1 second.
The 18 Austin Kiesler came out of nowhere, and he seems to be fast. Got Caden Gamble with him. Joseph Robinson is fading quickly. He's trying to hold off Bruno here.
But here's another question for you. How far can you go? How far can you push it before you got to make your own pit stop? And because these people with fresher tires, they're going to be faster. They're going to perform better. So it's just a question game of when you pit.
And right now, Brainbuster Motorsports seems to be playing that long game that we know Pontiac is very capable of. No signs of either Joseph or JMR yet to pit road, although I did lose sight of Joseph Robinson. He may now be on pit road. Hang on. No, he's not.
He's just fading backwards.
He's just fading. JMR's trying to hold on. He's got Chris Chaos at his side. Chris Chaos 3 laps down was on pit road. Got them fresher tires, though. JMR probably be smart, just let him go so he can get his line back, because he is slowing himself down tremendously, Josh.
Yeah, he is. And they gotta be camped on the radio talking about when they're pitting. Trying to get a strategy for that.
Well, Austin Kiesler, since JMR did not take keen to the advice, has now made his way up. He's got Caden Gamble with him. Dylan trying to get back on the lead lap. Joseph Robinson's making a push again. And we're going to see what happens here. 18 tried to go high, got a little loose. Austin Kiesler leaving Fat Money Racing. This could be the last time he has a chance to put the 18 in victory lane for Fat Money Racing, Josh.
It might be. And, you got, although he's leaving, he wants to win for his team, and go out on a good note.
We will say he's staying in manufacturers. He's going to a friend of Triple C's in Ferguson Motorsports, Tyler Ferguson's team. I don't think the split was... and Austin takes the lead. I don't think there's any hostility in the split.
No.
So, I think Austin could even be welcomed back at some point. But Tyler just gave him an offer that Fat Money Racing couldn't match, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and, being friends and that friendship that they share had a lot to do with it as well.
Austin Kiesler, JMR now side by side trying to pass. This is what Caden wants. Caden is probably loving seeing this right now, Josh.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
JMR's able to get that high line to work for him, as he's right now holding the lead still by a nose.
He must know something we don't, because normally the high line don't
Wow.
work. Whoa!
Passed so well right there. Taking that high line. Caden jumped to the high side trying to figure it out. Also had the 002 Brandon Cook coming out onto the field. The back and forth game. Oh, touched him! What was that?
A little friendly nudge.
He ended up costing himself there. A lot of momentum as G.A.M.E pulls back ahead. No signs of G.A.M.E needing pit road yet. Pontiac has something figured out. G.A.M.E doing everything he can to hold on to this lead.
I'm sorry, I'm having a lot of talking in my ear. Lee can't hear what I'm hearing, but there is a lot of clamoring with the officials trying to see what might be going on. I've been hearing that the Pontiacs may be asked to go see the officials after the race, and they may be ended up having to look to their cars with a fine-tuning comb and see if there's anything that they're doing that might be pushing the envelope.
I think if you're going to do that, you also need to look at Dylan hasn't been to pit road. That's a Chevy. Austin Kiesler hasn't pitted yet. Caden Gamble hasn't pitted yet. Joseph Robinson hasn't pitted yet. Mike Storm, Mikey Henderson, Chris Gamble. That's the only ones I know for sure that who have not pitted yet. Austin Kiesler's falling off.
There's a lot of talking to me about that, and but the Pontiacs is front and center for the moment. That is.
They've definitely held on the longest. Austin Kiesler could have did a lot of fuel saving as he pushed up through the pack. I'm not quite too sure there, as we are 81 laps into this 100-lap race. G.A.M.E leading the 01 to Dylan Wagner's a lap down. Next car back is Austin Kiesler. And then Caden Gamble, Joseph Robinson. They're starting to get restacked back there. We must have missed an accident because Brad Miller, Ryan Chess, Zane High, and even Sophie Raydog, 20 laps down or more.
It did not bring out the caution, so it must not been too catastrophic for the rest of the field. But nonetheless, it's not good for those competitors.
Being told that it happened on pit road, that's tragic.
Yeah, well, that just goes to show you that sometimes pit road itself can be very hectic and it's not a safe place.
Right now, G.A.M.E still your leader, 86 laps in to this 100-lap race. Austin Kiesler has second for the moment. Joseph Robinson and Caden Gamble fighting it out for third and fourth. Mike Storm in fifth. Mikey Henderson, sixth. Chris Gamble in seventh. Barry Sternparks Jr. has fallen to eighth. Brett Aldridge, ninth. Taylor Berger in 10th, and Tyler Ferguson has made his way to 11th place. Look at Taylor too. Taylor started 33rd and is in 10th place right now.
He moved his way through the field, maneuvering and shaking and baking, as some might say, and made his way through the field quite nice.
Brad Miller's trying to pressure JMR up or down? It seems like he wants him to go up. Oh, touched him. Almost spun him out there, Josh.
Ooh.
Gets low on him again. Brad Miller. Brad Miller, you are 34 laps down. And you're up here trying to spin out the leader? That's dangerous.
FMRA officials has told him to calm down.
And he lets JMR go for the moment. JMR coming up on Chris Chaos. And this is where JMR has to be careful because the field can get back together in a moment's notice here. We're 94 laps in to this 100th lap race. Some chose to pit, some stayed out.
I guess a lot of them was banking on a caution. Maybe fuel strategy was not that big of an issue. Not sure what the problem was. We're still trying to figure this out.
Might have to shrink that fuel tank. As 97 laps in, JMR is your leader. Austin Kiesler in second. Christopher Rich in 18th. Still on the lead lap though. JMR trying to win his first race for Brainbuster Motorsports, Josh.
He's so far he's on his way for doing just that.
But problems in the rear view. The 18, that flaming 18 McDonald's car is coming up fast.
He may be, but laps are quickly winding down. It's over.
It's over. We missed the flags.
We missed the
JMR has won it here at Lanier National Speedway. Austin Kiesler second, Caden Gamble third, Joseph Robinson fourth, Mike Storm fifth, Mikey Henderson sixth, Barry Sternparts Jr. seventh, Brett Aldridge eighth, Tyler Ferguson ninth, Corey Gamble in 10th. You want to know your driver ended up? Go ahead, pause and read the screen, and we'll catch you guys at the next one. Hopefully, a little less chaotic as that one. JMR, congratulations, Brainbuster Motorsports. You guys needed those wins. We'll see you next time.